Today I'm going to replace this bench that isn't holding up to the weight of my belt grinder with it'll be like a butcher block type 2x4 top and 4x4 legs, I'm thinking. So let's get the planer set up. So I got the planer set up, and the first cut I'm going to go with about a 1/16, which is a fairly heavy cut, but I need to take off the rounded edges to make them flat, so when I glue them up, there's no little valleys in it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick the straightest side, if there is one straighter than the other, and put that one down and then cut the top, and then I'll run it through, I'll lower it about a 1/16 and take one off the other side, and keep edging away at it until it's flat without that little lip there. Here I have a couple pieces of scrap 2x4 to kind of show you. So if you don't plane them, you end up with this kind of a valley here, and stuff just gets stuck in it. If you don't have a planer, what you could do is you could put over like it's like what, epoxy finish or something like that that's going to fill that in and cover it, or you could even fill it and sand it to get that down. But epoxy would probably be better than filling and sanding it. But because I have a planer, I'm going to plane it, and you can see right here it shows some of them have more of a rounded edge than the others. So I got them all planed. It did about 6 passes total. I would do one side and the other side about a 16th of an inch each time. And you can see now they fit together real nice, flush surface. There's going to be some high spots and stuff because I didn't put them through the joint or anything. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the biscuit cutter and put biscuits between each one of these, and that's a lot of biscuits. And I think I'm going to do 4 different spots, and then I have it marked. This is the best side, but there is a couple knots and stuff in it. So what I'll do is I'll get the biscuits all in, and then glue it up, clamp it up real good, let it dry overnight, and then tomorrow what I'll do is I'll come through and fill some of the knots, and when that dries I'll sand it all down and flatten this top of this bench up. I didn't worry about the ends, as you can see there, being squared up. So what I'll do is after that I'll flush trim the end, and then I'll cut it to length because I think it's a couple feet too long right now, but we'll see when we get in there. I have a little bit of wider space. I could go with it wider, but not sure yet. So it's the next day. It's all glued up, and last night I went ahead and put on some filler on top of this for any of the holes. And I'm going to have to go through now and sand that off, and then I'll hit it with my planer and flatten it out. It's going kind of up that way, and then you can see right here that board's higher and those are lower, so I'll get it all flattened out now. I'm going to start with 36 grit on the belt sander and just go over all the spots where I filled so I can get it down to wood. 36 grit on the belt sander makes quick work of things, but now I'm going to go through with a Ryobi power planer. And it's just got a blade there. It's set to, I believe, 1/64th. And just start taking a little bit off. Got some high spots over here. Let me see. Yeah. Over here really needs some work, and I'll probably end up just cutting this end off right here. But I'll go through and try to get it as flat as can. It's been about 20 minutes, and I got a fairly smooth surface. Actually, this will probably work right now even. But I'm going to go through with my jack plane and finish cleaning it up, and then I'll have to re-putty some of those holes if I want to. The edges right here, I didn't get all the way right here because it seems to just dip in when you do that. So I'm going to go through with the hand plane and just fix the sides, and then that's probably go over all of it. It's pine, so it's a softwood, so it's going to dent easy, so I'm not... I don't really care if it's really super flat and straight, but this is pretty good right now. I decided to go same length as this bench, so hopefully I could use that shelf that's on top and then the pegboard back. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it to length. And when I do that, I'm going to take a couple inches off this side and cut it, and then measure the length and then cut it so that I don't get any of the end spots that are higher. I don't have a saw that's going to go all the way through the 4 inches or 3.5 inches or whatever it is. So I'm using my track saw to cut majority of it, and then I'll come through with the hand saw. I marked 2 inches in each side so I can get it closer to the wall. And what I'm going to do is this is going to stand up. I'm putting a bottom, and then 14 inches up I'm putting a brace. And then there'll be side braces too, and I'll actually screw through here and then the side braces. For this one, instead of biscuits, I'm going to go ahead and just glue it and screw it so that it will be a lot quicker. I won't have to wait for just the glue to dry. And then I'll probably use lags to hold the top on and countersink them in. But right now I'm going to get these legs glued up so I can stand them up and then measure and cut my cross beams. So I have them glued up. I left the clamps on because I only put screws on this side because the other side has those other beams. And I use a ratchet strap at the bottom to hold it like that. And now I'm going to go ahead and put the lags in. I didn't glue the top to the bottom because I want to be able to take these bolts out and take it apart if I need to move it. If I ever do. So the first thing I'm going to do is just kind of eyeball it and pre-drill the hole. I got 1/4 inch by 2.5 lag bolts with fender washers, and that should give me enough to hold it down. Gravity will hold it. It's mainly for the side to side. I'm going to have some braces against the wall too. And I think I'm going to put 6 of those in. Now I got these boards cut. To get them up there, I just clamped them to the board that's hanging out, and I will set it up like that once I get glue on it, and then I'll put a ratchet strap just on these legs and pull it tight. From there I can get a screw on it. I'll do the same for the other, and then I'll just put a ratchet strap around while the glue dries. I decided to put a brace in the back here. It's probably not needed, and if I put a lot of weight on here, it's going to pull, and it's probably not, I mean, the only thing holding it's going to be that screw and the glue then, so it's probably not going to do very much, if anything. The brace across here might help a little bit more. But the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find some old paint or stain that I have. It's still good, of course, not just from other projects. And then finish the bottom up here before I flip it over, and then when I flip it over, I'll do the top. I got the bench done. I got it bolted down the belt grinder right here off the edge so it doesn't throw stuff onto the table. I thought about putting a metal pan underneath to catch it, but I don't think that was really going to work out. I could put something right here still, I think, to catch or redirect the shavings. Just kind of keep them more contained. I didn't want it throwing them down on my storage underneath. I have a pan here. I just put 2 screws for now with a magnet in the back to hold it in, so I could put some water. And I think that's going to hold it pretty good, but I may redesign that and put some hooks there so it actually has a cradle. Overall, I have 20 2x4s and 2 4x4s. It's not quite 2 4x4s. And with the biscuits and glue, and not counting the stain, I figured that I have $88 under this bench. And it's 6 feet long. It's 18.5 inches wide. And 3 3/8 thick here. And the height I made this total is coming out to be about 37.5. My floor is not even, but I shimmed the back, well, that back leg, and then I actually have a bracket hooking it to the wall here, so this bench is really sturdy now. And overall, right now I'm happy with it because I got more storage and it's a little bit better organized. And it's definitely much stronger. I could stand on this one without having to worry about it breaking. The other one was bowing just the weight of this. My arbor press and vise I didn't mount yet because I'm not sure where I want to put them. And I also didn't put the pegboard back on yet because I think I might integrate some shelving and something maybe to back here to stop the from throwing stuff everywhere back there when I go to buff. Because that buffing wheel, when you load it up, it kind of gets some stuff back there. I'm sure it's going to have this all discolored really quickly. But overall, I think this is much better than what I had, and it probably ends up being cheaper too. So, well, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Bye!